Good morning out there. Just a quick note to say, hey, welcome to day 3 of Chaos Day Pandemico della 2020. I just made that stuff up. I don't know, but it kind of feels like it's a little bit appropriate for the year. But so far, so good. E-learners are adjusting better than I figured. And in-class learners are doing a great job of keeping them all integrated with each other as well. So far, so good. Knock on wood, cross fingers. Little activity to do with the kids yesterday. Pass this along to all my fellow teachers out there. Had the kids fold up a piece of paper. Took this and we folded it. Hey, Sister Jenny, what's up? So I took a piece of paper, folded it in half, hot dog style, okay? Then I had the kids write their names in very large letters on it, and I had to do pictures. So this is what mine looked like. So it's backwards, but it says, Mr. Degnan. And then, yes, I'm at school already, Jen. I'm actually late. I should have been here 20 minutes ago. Not late. I'm early, but I wanted to be here 20 minutes ago. So then I put like little pictures on here. Okay, so the assignment was make a sign with your name that has things on it that you like. So this seems pretty elementary, especially if you're talking with middle school kids. But the thing is, they really truly loved it, and the best part was that the kids who were a bit more reluctant to talk in class started to really open up and draw things. But we took it a step further. See, we had all these pictures on there, so I said, okay, so turn to your partner at your table and hold your sign up, and they have to think to themselves, what can they learn about you by looking at your name tag? So I had the kids in the Zoom session go into breakout rooms, and so they had their own little Zoom sessions with each other as well, where they had their name tags and they had to kind of figure stuff out about each other. And I would go into their little breakout rooms and check in on them. Then we come back together and we discuss. And if anybody wanted to share theirs with the class, I had kids in the Zoom meeting holding theirs up, and we would say, okay, so what we said is, okay, so I think that this person likes music, or this kid likes sports, but then we looked a little bit deeper at it, because we were able to see, like, if kids did their letters a very specific way, if they liked things to be symmetrical, if they liked various colors, were they artistic, were they how did it show about their personality? Like one kid said, well, I like horror movies because they saw this, they thought that was more of like a Friday the 13th mask. I'm like, no, it's just a hockey mask. But I know in the back of my head, this kid has exposure to certain movies, so I can use that later on down the road for background knowledge. And then, we had these little mountains up here that I drew. So some kids took that as hiking, some kids took that as skiing, some kids took that as cold weather. And there was one child that I sat down with in particularly who was having a difficult time the day before. So I made a point for me to sit down with this kid and get to know each other. It turns out that, this kid is, a native Floridian, but he also loves the Patriots, so we had that in common. And his favorite college football team is Minnesota, which ironically is mine too, even though I don't follow a lot of college football. I like Minnesota for my own reasons, so it was really cool. Where else was I going with this piece here? So this was there was another kid who was like, I showed them how if you really look at this, you can take a person's personality and locate it inside here as well. And I said, well, how do you attach this to reading? Well, they all were able to think, this is what you do when you're predicting in a text. If you're reading a story, you have to think ahead. You take clues from the text and you use your inferential thinking to be able to think forward and say, oh, I think this is going to happen because. Other kids said, well, that's like a characterization. Those are character traits, because these are the traits of the character being the person that we're talking about. And this is giving me an idea as to who they are, indirectly. So that was kind of fun and pretty cool too. All right, so that was day 2. Today is day 3, and I really hope to give you some great news tomorrow. And if not, I'm going to just give you some real news altogether about how things are going in De La Casa de Pandemico 2020. I don't even know what I called it before, but that's what we're calling it now. All right? Y'all enjoy your day out there. Be good, be awesome. Keep the faith and use that creativity that comes on down and tells you what's what to do. Later.